Coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Mountain Shootout. For those of you just tuning in, we're checking in now on our featured golfer here at the fourth. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, Frank, what's the key to generating some momentum?
Just hitting good shots. I know it sort of sounds like the old cliche, but plenty of opportunities. A few 10, 15-foot putts start going down. This round will change dramatically.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. He'll have 17 feet on this putt. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. Well, with that drop shot, moves to 1 over for the tournament. Well, again, Frank, we get that good mix of holes here. We've had a couple of par threes, a short par 5, and that opening par 4. Now at the fifth hole, 424-yard par 4.
The first bunker on the right, not really in play for the good players. Just be a little cognizant of that one on the left side, depending on what club you want to hit off the tee. Ideally, that line is the third bunker, the one in the distance. That's a good line off the tee here. I tell you, there's long and long, and that, with a little bit of breeze behind, it's long.
He rode the wind there to payday. He's going to have a good look coming up. It's a pretty good shot. That ball settles in about 13 feet away.
You'd like to think unlucky for some, but birdie putt coming up.
So begins the climb back. Frank, the sixth here at Banff Springs, a good little hole, isn't it?
It is very tempting, very easy to sort of just stand up there and wail away with the driver and get caught. This is a generous fairway. You could hit any club down there and you're not going to have a problem with the second shot. So it's just trying to find a yardage that you're comfortable with.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Second shot now to the sixth, Frank, to this slightly elevated green.
Which changes the optics, Rich, coming in here. You know, you'd think you'd want to hit a nice, high, lofted shot, but because that green's pitched up, you still skip one in there a little low, if you choose to.
Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Now to the second par 5 on this opening 9. Frank, this is a pretty long hole, 602 yards.
Well, it's called hoodoo. Do you know what hoodoo means? It means bad luck, actually, so you don't really want to be thinking about that on this tee shot. 602 yards, if you belt one off the tee, you might avoid the bad luck.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
That is massive off the tee.
Meters, yards, I don't care how you measure that. That's got to be, what, 300 meters, 325 yards, something like that.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Third shot, looking for a good one. And to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Well, he's going for back-to-back birdies here, trying to jumpstart this round.
Some momentum moving in the right direction. Which has been a very good workmanlike performance. Yet another birdie.
Into the top 15 on the leaderboard. Frank, you like this kind of design feature where you go from the longest hole in the course immediately to the shortest hole.
Certainly, golf giveth and golf taketh away. This is just minimally uphill, just a couple of feet, but you can see from the overview the design of the green. When that flag's on the right, it's a little bit of a longer carry, so just be a little cognizant of that. You don't have to hit it directly at the flag.
On the green, and looking at a birdie opportunity. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Excellent roll to 3 under par. There you have it, Frank. The first round is a wrap. We saw some good golf out there.
It was certainly a fun round to watch. There's a lot of great players in this field. And this is such an exciting venue. I just can't wait to see what happens the rest of the championship.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming your way. It's second round coverage of the Mountain Shootout. 602-yard par 5 7th hole. Frank, I'm guessing you want to take the big stick out and let it rip here.
Saw Rory McIlroy hit his tee shot here. So far, he had an iron in.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Leaves that one about 20 feet out from the cup. Nicely played shot.
Even par currently.
Ooh, almost fell. Just a few inches from dropping.
Sometimes the game just isn't fair.
Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Frank, I'm sure it feels good to get some red numbers on the card, but this tournament is probably too far out of reach at this point.
No question.
By my reckoning, we have 140 yards left. Frank, he's cranking it and banking it. Giant drives, a boatload of birdies. What a round.
Yeah, these are the days you just dream for. We know golf's not that easy, but on a day like today, savor it and just keep going. Keep doing it.
really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Settles in over the putt. So into the top 15 on the leaderboard with that birdie. A few more, and who knows, maybe top 10 or top 5. Now to hole number 9, 501 yards. It's a par 5.
Yeah, we finished with the third par 5 on the front 9. You're just going to come through those sort of shoot of marvelous trees that define this fairway. Just avoid the right side. Something down the left side is going to open up the second shot.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
This one's looking good. Just a sensational shot, and he will have that for an eagle.
Amazing. Just like that, pick up 2 on the field.
So just a formality here. And he's made it for eagle. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Good swing, good shot yet again. And it makes the green in regulation. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Well, yeah, go ahead and fill it up. So that is a top 10 performance through 2 rounds, Frank.
It's always nice to know that you have a shot with 2 rounds left in the tournament.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Today it's live third round coverage of the Mountain Shootout. So off the long par 3 10th, we are at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4, Frank.
It looks like a straightaway par 4, Rich, but if anything, the hole actually bends to the left, and you really want to follow that natural contour of that. Just sort of draw it off those bunkers on the right, or just simply carry it over the ones on the left. But ideally, down the left side, it avoids that pine tree that's further down.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
It's in the hole. Just a sensational shot right there. Frank, what are we looking at here at the par 4 12, 442 yards?
Players are really focused on that bunker down the left side. That's the one that has to be either laid up, which would be 286 yards off the tee, or sort of worked off. This could very well be a 3-wood off the tee. Just hit it straight at that left bunker.
Well, Frank, the wind is really starting to pick up.
You've got to fixate on the direction now. If you get the direction wrong and or mistime one of those gusts, all sorts of problems. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Just a beautiful approach shot. Locked in on the read and the speed. That was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Clean this up with a tap. Solid par. Well, this is a good hole right here. Par 3, 225-yard 13th. Frank, what do you think?
Well, it's called sulfur. I can't remember what element that is on a periodic table, but hardest thing here is not to figure that out, but figure out what club you're going to use. Just a fraction downhill, just over 200 yards. It does narrow up when they start to tick the flag in the back, but there's a nice fat target there, sort of those first two-thirds of the green.
That is classy.
Yeah, a chance of going in.
Now this for birdie. Came away with par in the previous round. Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. Back here at the par 4 14th, and we are ready to tee off. 442-yard hole, Frank.
It's called wampum. My Canadian's not that good, so I don't know what that means, but the way I decipher it, another little dogleg to the right with bunkers all over the place. It's sort of in the place where you'd like to hit the tee shot is exactly where that crop of what is that, 5 bunkers down the left side. So you're going to have to somehow squeeze it just right of that. Very awkward tee shot. That's an absolute beauty.
Now zeroing in on this second shot here at the par 4 14th.
You can keep the second shot a little right of the flag here. The general contours kick a little left here away from the bunkers on the right. That would be the ideal shot in here.
Midway through this back 9, could use this birdie here at the 14th. Not an easy one, 20 feet away. That would have been a real bonus had it dropped, but as it is, good putt. This putt for par. He's made it. Now to the 15th tee, and Frank, this looks like a fun shot to hit.
It won't play its full yardage because of that elevated tee, but a good one out here. We might see one of those 350, 360 plus yard drives.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Frank, what about this second shot here at 15?
It's one of the longest par 4s on the golf course, Rich, so you don't want to get too greedy. Green does open up on that left side. You see that bunker on the front of the green. It sort of protects that right side. So you've got to try and bring it in. One of the few shots you could actually cut it into this green. This golf course normally suits a draw, but this hole here you could do well with one that goes in the other direction.
Looks primed right now.
Anything other than backing up. Very aggressive. That birdie now in second.
Good third round, Frank, and a good spot heading to the final 18.
Yeah, to be in the top 5 right now, the caliber of this field, know that your game is good enough too, and a legitimate chance of taking home the trophy come tomorrow night. This really is what all those hours on the range contribute to, this moment right now.
Presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live final round coverage of the Mountain Shootout. Well, Frank, here's another pretty long par 3, the 13th here at Banff Springs, 225 yards. What's the right play?
Well, unless they have that flag all the way in the back, that first 2/3 of the green is just like a nice big circle. You hit it anywhere on that, you're going to have a putt of some 20, 25 feet maximum for birdie.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. This one just requires a little bit of focus. I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace, it's hard to be critical of that.
Oh, filling it up today. Beautiful putt. On to the 14th hole now. It's a par 4, 442 yards. And what's the right way to attack here, Frank?
Two choices. Try and squeeze it down the right side, just short of those big bunkers on that right. Either that or carry the bunker complex on the left. A little awkward. That's a ginormous tee shot.
Frank, what are we looking at on this approach shot here at the 14th?
This 14th green just built up a little bit. Got to be careful you don't miss this green on the left side. It'll just kick all the way down. It'll be a difficult little chip up the hill. But once again, the second shot's not too long.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Will make birdie if this drops. Putting on a show, this tournament moves to 15 under par. Well, now the par fours begin to stretch out a little bit. The 15th here, Frank, is 475 yards.
Certainly want to put your big shoes on here. Nice big slinging draw off the tee might help. Go a little further. It does go downhill considerably, so you get a little bit more run out of the tee shot if you did that.
Always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
On the green, and a chance for birdie. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Hard putt, soft hands, beautiful roll. Frank, the 16th hole, 414 yards, par 4 is nicknamed GOAT. Would that be greatest of all time, or is it just because the possibility you could see old Billy out there here in the Canadian Rockies?
I'd like to think it's the greatest of all time. I've never seen a GOAT hit a draw, that's why, and that's what's needed off this tee once again. The first bunker, you should easily be able to carry that, and well, if you're the greatest of all time, this is a fairway, you'll certainly hit.
Now to the second shot here at the 16th, and Frank, what's ahead?
Minimally uphill, but it actually plays uphill. The reason why is because all that front section of the green rolls back towards the player. So you've got to carry the ball all the way to the flag.
That's an outstanding shot right there, and it sets up a really good look at birdie. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Oh, I thought he had that. Well, that's just a case of not focusing right there. What a lapse in concentration. A great roll right there. Just a pure stroke right in the heart. Frank, as we make our way to the house, a chance here at the 17th, just 374 yards, a chance for a birdie.
It certainly is. Anytime you see a hole today under 400 yards of par 4, that is, you know you're going to get a short on your iron. You know you're going to get a short iron in your hand if you hit a good tee shot. Just avoid the bunkers left and right off the tee. Green does slope back to front, so it pitches nicely towards you, making that second shot, if anything, a little easier.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here.
Our computer gives us 23 feet, Rich.
Will make birdie if he holds this putt.
That was a good run at it, Rich.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Right off the edge.
Just a fraction softer, then it might have just turned in.
Nudge this one home, finish it up. And he makes it for a bogey here. Here we are at the 18th at Banff Springs, 578-yard par 5. Frank, did you like to finish a round with a par 5?
Certainly if I could birdie it, that's for sure. And there's a good chance here at 18 you can, but there's bunkers galore. They're all in play for various standards of play. But the reward is if you can pump one down the middle of the fairway there, and then you reduce this par 5 to simply a drive and an iron.
Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up.
It's at sneaky distance. Oh, now that is going to hurt.
Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time that one gets him in the top 10.
Well, that'll wrap up our coverage of the final round. This is Rich Lerner alongside Frank Novelo for EA Sports. We'll see you next week.